said that. But David Einhorn wrote a piece yesterday in the Huffington Post where he said too much of a good thing is a bad thing. He compared it to jelly donuts and said one's good, two might be okay. By the time you get to 6 or a dozen, things get a lot more complicated. And I'm wondering, are we at that point with the easy policy?
Well, I don't think he's saying it quite right. It's roughly right, but not quite right. What happens is that an economy with a certain amount of basic virtue, like a bunch of Germans or Japanese or something, can resort to a lot of extreme Keynesian intervention and help things. But if your whole cultural system disintegrates, say the way it did in Greece, where everybody wants an easy living with no work and a lot of make-believe and fraud and what have you, then the Keynesian stuff won't work. Keynesian stuff. So what happens is that all this intervention works best if you have a lot of basic merit, basic credit in the bank, so to speak, which you've earned by deserving it. And, of course, we've used up some of our store of basic credit. That's what's happened.
So where does that leave us?
So we're more dangerous than we used to be.
Is there a way to measure, if we're on a scale of 1 to 10 and 10's a real tipping point, where are we along that scale?
Well, that's a very intelligent question. And if the people who teach economics asked it and answered it more often, we'd have a better educated citizenry. It's so hard. It doesn't fit the techniques of economics to discuss the sin ratio. They're very uncomfortable talking about sin in economics.
And what does your gut tell you, though? As
Well, we have a lot of sin and more than we formerly had. The reason the Keynesian stuff worked so well when we finally came to it in preparation for World War II was because we had so much virtue to draw on. Mm-hmm. So the Keynesian stuff really worked perfectly. As your virtue deteriorates, as people seek easy money from the government by using their voting privileges instead of through working, then the Keynesian stuff will work less well the next time.